update on Allie Rice investigation and how the community is coming together to help prevent crime.
Find out how LSU can help you get home for winter break.
And learn how you can stay safe while shopping for all your holiday gifts.
All this and more, Newsbeat starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Haylee Kennedy.
And I'm Aria Pons. Thanks for joining us.
BRPD Crime Trends Analysis reports 82 homicides this year, which is a decrease from 105 by this date last year. While crime may be going down, the impact stays all the same. Reporter Erica Howard has more.
While 53% of homicides have been solved this year, Allie Rice's shooter is still unknown. The impact of her death not only affects LSU campus, but Baton Rouge as a whole. Just over 2 months ago, Allie Rice, an LSU student, was shot and killed. As of now, her case is still unsolved, and no leads have been given to the arrest of the shooter.
I can tell you that our detectives have never stopped working. We're going to continue to work hard. We are keeping the family updated on those areas as part of our process. Somebody out there knows something. Somebody out there knows something. Pick up the phone and call.
While incidents such as the horrific deaths, such as Allie Rice, are not uncommon in Baton Rouge, the community does not forget. The city of Baton Rouge hosted the White Light Night last week in the business district, the very place where Rice was shot.
We haven't had any issues with selling merchandise in an area where we felt like we were at risk or not safe. But again, we've sold places like here and other types of events where there was security at the event. So,
to prevent an incident occurring, BRPD officers were stationed at nearly every intersection along Government Street. This added security put vendors and customers' minds at ease.
People that feel safe, they're going to come out.
While extra security at public events is not the final answer to the safety issues of Baton Rouge, it's a step in the right direction. There were no incidents during the White Light Night event. The added security seemed to make a difference. Certainly, it made patrons feel more comfortable. However, safety is still a major concern in the capital city.
Thanks, Erica. To address those safety concerns, the city announced today a new camera initiative to combat crime. Reporter Marissa Gladys has more on the project.
That's right, guys. The Baton Rouge Area Chamber and the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation announced the Paige Rice Initiative this morning. The project aims to support these highlighted areas as they are the most impacted by violent crime. The initiative is named after the recent crime victims, 3-year-old Devin Page Jr. and LSU student Allie Rice, whose murders are still unsolved. The project is a business-led crime prevention strategy that aims to install high-tech security cameras outside of businesses and homes in high-crime areas. Businesses and homeowners in these areas can request the installation of a camera at no cost. The program is funded through the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundations. BRPD Chief Murphy Paul says this initiative will help police prevent and solve more crimes in Baton Rouge.
This program, this partnership with the technology piece, with using technology to help us identify those individuals involved in criminal behavior and hardening communities and preventing crime from happening, is just one step in that process.
Paul said the crime in the city isn't just a police issue, it's a community issue, and he believes that a united effort from the whole city will make Baton Rouge a safer place. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Marissa. If you are an out-of-state student who's flying home for the holidays, LSU is providing convenient transportation to Louis Armstrong International Airport. Reporter Gracie Guillot is in the studio to tell you all you need to know.
As students are starting to travel home for Thanksgiving break, LSU is providing a system that makes traveling a little easier. Every year, the LSU Family Association sponsors a holiday shuttle for out-of-state students. They are available every year for Thanksgiving, winter, and spring break. The shuttle brings students from campus to the New Orleans airport, and the cost is $55 for a round trip and $45 for a one-way trip. The default loading point for all of these holiday shuttles will be in front of the Parker Coliseum.
I think the holiday shuttle is a really good thing for students because it eliminates the stress of trying to find a ride, to the airport and back when we get back home. And I know everybody's excited to get home to see their families, so this just makes it a lot easier.
Shuttle registration is now open for winter break 2022. If you have any questions, you can email lsufamily@lsu.edu. When we come back, find out how LSU professors and researchers are using innovation to make change. Don't go anywhere, Tigers.
Hey, welcome back, Tigers. I'm Sydney Goldberg with your weekly weather update. Good news for those of you who weren't fans of those colder temperatures. We're starting to warm up. Tomorrow, afternoon highs are expected to reach the 70s. And Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, it's looking to be pretty warm. Temperatures in the upper 50s in the morning, and then reaching the 70s by lunchtime. And it'll cool off just a little bit to the 60s for dinner time. Now, unfortunately, we do have to watch for some possible scattered showers and storms through the afternoon and evening on Thanksgiving. So if you have any outdoor plans, make sure you might want to have an indoor option because the rain might be heavy at times. Now on Friday, we'll continue those scattered showers and storms. So if you're planning on heading out for some Black Friday shopping, you might want to bring that rain gear, and those storms will linger into early Saturday morning. But it should be mainly dry through the afternoon and on Sunday. And then temperatures warm back up into the 70s early next week. Back to y'all at the desk.
With Black Friday and Cyber Monday right around the corner, it's important to know how you can stay safe.
Reporter Miguel Paredes-Reyes is here with us to explain how one LSU professor is working to figure it out.
That's right, ladies. Dr. Abe Begili and his students have spent the semester researching hackable technology and how it affects us as a consumer. Take a look.
Consumer protection is a real important thing. And with every single digital device that we own or have, we need to protect the consumers because they're going to be the ones that purchase those devices, right? So how do we ensure that these devices protect your privacy? How do we ensure that these devices are doing what they're supposed to do, right?
These projects range from using robot vacuums to solve crimes.
I allowed the UFI to map the room, and then I laid down simulating a dead body. And you can see that the map of the dead body is super obvious and evident.
To using metal implants to open doors, complete financial transactions, or smuggle your personal data.
A huge number of people are very interested in this, so definitely that's going to have a huge impact in the future. Our study first started with implanting the devices themselves. We used both fake human skin as well as chicken legs.
Begili says the best way to keep yourself and your data safe from hackers is to remember you get what you pay for. Cheaper products usually have little to no security against cyber attacks. But consumers are not just concerned about security from outside sources, but from tech companies themselves. As our technology progresses, that is a risk consumers are going to have to get used to taking.
Be aware that everything that you do, right, every device that you put in your home, like Siri, is listening to you, right, on so many levels, right? So then the question is, do you just want to, improve your privacy? And at what point is it okay for you to give more of yourself away, right? And if you start thinking about this all the time, I think you'll make better choices.
This holiday season, remember to do your research on whatever or wherever you are buying your products. Back to y'all at the desk.
One former Tiger Band member is using his luck to form a new band. Nick Ashton is a former member of the Golden Band from Tigerland and was a member for 5 years. He is now the drummer for the band Neon Luck. Neon Luck is a cover band composed of Nick and his friends. The group has been together for 10 years now. The drummer originally played cymbals in Tiger Band, but through hard work and dedication became a part of the snare section, eventually becoming a captain. He says that his time in Tiger Band helped him to realize hard work is the path to success.
can't just say like, oh, I'm gonna go audition and make snare drum immediately. And I found out the hard way that you just can't do that. So that helped me take the same approach with this band, where we know that if we want to get tighter, we want to sound better, want to sound more professional, it's just going to take hours of work.
Neon Luck will be playing at Emo Night at Chelsea's Live on Friday, November 25th.
Concrete is one of the most used substances in the world, but it's highly susceptible to cracking. An LSU construction management research team is tackling this problem by creating new forms of concrete that are less likely to crack. Reporter Georgia Peck explains.
LSU Construction Management Research Associate Hassan Norvant is advising LSU PhD students as they research and test new forms of bendable concrete, which could be a game changer for the future of concrete construction.
We started working on development of this material called engineered cementitious composite, or ECC, also known as bendable concrete. And since then, we have been working on different aspects of these materials.
Norvant said one of these aspects is cost. The original cost of ECC material production was much higher than regular concrete, so the team found alternative solutions right in our own backyard.
We replaced macrosilica sand, which is very expensive, with river sand. You drive 1 hour to a river plant here near Baton Rouge, and then you can get the sand. And this first cost-effective ECC opened a lot of doors for other PhD students to work on these materials.
One of these students, Rua Bafresa, is working on creating geopolymer binders out of natural materials. She was also able to create rubber molds that make the testing process easier and cheaper.
And at first they were like, no, that's not a good idea, you know, we don't know if it's gonna stick or not. I'm like, can we at least try it?
Afresca's mold and material research, along with the other students, has been successful so far, and the team is currently working towards creating the first pavement with ECC materials that will be installed on a populated street in Port Allen. For Tiger TV News, I'm Georgia Peck.
After the break, an update on the most watched event in the world and how one major company is rewarding the winner. You don't want to miss it. The FIFA World Cup kicked off yesterday in the host country, Qatar. The U.S. tied Wales in their match on Monday and will play England on Friday at 1 p.m. Central.
Qatar made a last-minute decision to ban alcohol at the World Cup stadiums and has left Budweiser with a whole lot of extra beer. But the brewer came up with an innovative way to offload it. Budweiser tweeted it will ship the unsold beers to the winning country and will host the ultimate championship celebration for them. Budweiser's dilemma began last week, just a few days before the World Cup was set to begin, when Qatar announced the 8 World Cup stadiums couldn't sell alcoholic Budweiser. It left fans with only one option for beer, non-alcoholic Bud Zero. Qatar is a Muslim nation that tightly regulates alcohol sales and usage. The World Cup runs through December 18th, so we'll have to wait till then to see who gets all that beer. That's all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat. To stay up to date on all things LSU, you can watch Tiger TV live at 5 Monday through Thursday.
And don't forget to follow our social media at LSU Tiger TV. Until next time, I'm Haylee Kennedy.
And I'm Aria Pons. Have a great night, Tigers.